What have you done that your parents punished you for? I broke into my school at night. Not for a prank, not for a dare. I did it because my little brother stopped breathing on our kitchen floor. It was a Friday. Mom was closing at the diner. Dad was on call at the plant. I was in charge. We were fine. Cartoons, leftover pasta, cookies from the church bake sale. He has a peanut allergy. We know the drill. We check labels. I missed the fine print. It said may contain. It did. He took a bite. He scratched his throat. His lips swelled. His voice went thin. I grabbed the EpiPen from the drawer. It was expired. I stabbed his thigh anyway. He gasped, then wheezed, then his eyes went loose. I called 911. They said 25 to 35 minutes. Storms, flooded streets. We live 6 blocks from school. The nurse keeps extra EpiPens in a red box. I know because I saw it last month when I fell in gym. I told the dispatcher I was going to get another pen. She told me not to leave him. I looked at my brother's face. His skin turned blotchy. His ribs jumped. I put the phone on speaker. I dragged him to the sink and ran cold water on his wrists. I shoved him on his side. I said his name over and over. The nearest neighbor is 2 bus stops away. No car at home, no ride. I grabbed my hoodie and shoved my feet into slides. I took the spare key from the magnet under the stove. I pocketed a spoon because I did not know what tool I needed. I locked the door behind me so the cat would not run. I sprinted. Rain hit like gravel. Streetlights flickered. The crossing guard hut leaned in the wind. The front of the school was dark. The office lights glowed a little. The nurse's room sits past the glass doors. I knew the code to the side gate because coach says it out loud every practice. I typed it with hands that would not stop shaking. The hallway alarm chirped once. The office door was locked. The glass was wired. I tried the spoon on the lock like a movie. It scraped and slipped. I took the fire extinguisher from the wall. I hated the sound before I even swung. The glass cracked like ice. I reached in and cut my wrist. I did not care. The alarm screamed. I ran to the nurse's room. I punched the cabinet. It popped on the second hit. I grabbed 2 pens and a blue spacer. I grabbed a gauze roll because blood dripped onto my sleeve. Sirens started somewhere. Maybe for me. Maybe for someone else. I ran home. The rain made my slides slap. My lungs burned. My keys stuck in the lock. I kicked the door. My brother lay on the tile. He was quiet. Too quiet. I jabbed the new pen into his thigh. I counted out loud. I held it because the nurse told me to hold and press. I pulled it. I put the spacer on his face and breathed with him. His chest twitched. Then he coughed. Then he sucked air like he had been drowning. He cried without sound. I cried with sound. I called 911 again and said I had the pen in him. They said keep him upright. They said help was close. I heard tires grind outside. I heard another siren from the school side. The door flew open. 2 EMTs came in, wet and calm. They checked his throat. They checked his pulse. They started a line. They told me good job. I could not stop shaking. I pressed the gauze on my wrist. It would not stop bleeding. The police came after. One officer looked at the extinguisher powder on my hoodie. He looked at my cut. He looked at my brother's face. He asked where I got the pen. I told him. He radioed someone. He sighed like a dad. The principal showed up. He had a raincoat over pajamas. He stared at me like I had burned the gym down. He saw the EMTs. He shut up. Mom burst in behind them. Hair stuck to her neck. Apron still on. She saw the glass in my skin. She saw her son breathing. She grabbed my head and put my face in her chest. I could not breathe, but I did not pull away. Dad rushed in minutes later. Hard hat still in his hand. He froze when he saw the broken skin and the pens on the table. His mouth did a weird thing between a laugh and a sob. The principal said the word charges. The officer said the word warning. The EMT said the words he would have died. Dad looked at me. Then he looked at Mom. She did not let go of me when she said it. 3 months. No phone. No friends. Work off the cost of the glass. I nodded into her shirt. My brother reached for my fingers with his tape-wrapped hand. The siren outside kept wailing even after it parked. The principal was still talking. I could not hear him.